welcome to the third Eric Wolf podcast. I'm Daddy-O.
And I'm Adam from Wait, no I'm not. How's it going, bros? Wait, no I'm not. I am Wolf of the podcast. Let's get started.
We're going to go to wrestling
Wrestling, okay. So we just finished watching SmackDown
for this week.
And
reactions that it was a good one. Cesaro's getting his push. It's about time. Happy for the guy.
better have his title. He better win IC.
He's like getting over really good. His new James Bond inspired entrance is cool.
Mm-hmm.
They found out he's a big James Bond fan, so they worked it into his entrance. Everything about Cesaro's really going good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even coming back from his injury, he's still kicking ass. So
What I thought was interesting was Dolph Ziggler beating Sheamus with a super kick. A lot of wrestlers have started using it. I wouldn't say a lot, but the Usos, Kevin Owens, Ziggler, they all use the super kick, and they don't really win.
Finisher.
Yeah, and they don't really win the match, and then boom, here you go. So cool. No, I voiced my opinion about Ashley Flair. I mean Charlotte. My bad. Whoops. I voiced my opinion. I don't like her as a champion. Who's she wrestling? Natalia. Hopefully Natalia wins at Extreme Rules. And then...
Well, you know what was funny about that was before Hogan's dismissal over the sex tape lawsuit and everything, I had said they should take his daughter, Brooke, and have her start learning wrestling. She could get a crash course, no problem, and be at least ready for some confrontations. And then so it should have been the Hogan family
against the
Flair family, and instead they turn around and they do Hart's versus Flair's, which is just as good, but
kind of,
or not as good as it would have been Hogan's. And then now you got Noelle Foley, Mick's daughter. She's getting into wrestling,
right.
So we got more family feuding with second generation
right.
divas. Haha, I didn't say women.
Yeah. But anyway, so hopefully Natalia wins at Extreme Rules, and then goes at least to the next pay-per-view, and then Paige or Becky take the title.
What about Dana Brooke? She's coming in pretty hard.
Yeah.
Nothing yet?
No. Paige has been wrestling since she's 13, was the first women's NXT champion, and now look at her career. What is she doing? Nothing.
Jobbing. Waiting for her to get another push after the whole Divas Revolution thing went to crap.
Yeah, that was dumb.
And the titles. So we've got what's the background color on the original championship? The heavyweight championship is kind of brownish.
Oh, it's like a black.
And then now they're distinguishing the women's title by making it red.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're like, what are they going to do? They make them all look uniform when they bring back the cruiserweight, make that one white in the background.
I really hope not, but
make them all universal so they all look the same, just the big W logo,
which is stupid. Also, I think it's really funny how they're calling Charlotte Flair the first women's champion, but they're getting away with it because they're saying the first WWE women's champion, when in reality, the Fabulous Moolah was the first.
Well, the thing is, too,
women's champion.
The Divas title was created during brand extension when it was SmackDown had to have the SmackDown brand had to have their own title for women's division, so they came up with the Divas Championship. And they still had the women's championship on Raw. And it's only been around maybe 10 years, I think, if that. And all of a sudden they just done away with it. So she's the first ever women's champion.
Yeah,
blah.
But the WWE thing.
Whitewashing thing.
Also, I think there needs to be a tag belts for the women's division.
Well, they have to have a women's division. They have 4 wrestlers.
Kind of. Yeah, I know, right? There was at that one point in time where all their divas were on 3 women teams, but they were all going after one title, and then it just imploded. So they should have at least, created some women tag team belts, and then there you go.
Which was cool thing about TNA Impact is they had enough female talent that they actually made singles and tag team. Their female division is called the Knockouts division, and
They're better than
the
Divas.
Knockouts had tag titles and singles title.
Mhm.
And at one point, you got to see at least two female matches during the 2-hour broadcast.
Mhm.
So they were up in there just as much as the guys. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Best knockouts match ever.
Mickey
is
James.
Mickey James and Tara cage match. Cage match, and it wasn't a pay-per-view. It was a headline match on their TNA Impact show, that still never happened on WWE.
Mm-mm.
The main event was a knockouts match on Impact, and it was October 2010.
Yeah.
Best match.
I recommend watching that
Best
match,
match
especially. I think it's towards the end. Mickey James' spot from the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She did a Thesz press from 18 feet off the ground, broke Tara's arm and dislocated her knee at the same time.
There you go. The Asylum match, I don't even care about. I don't care about Chris Jericho. Any feud that Chris Jericho's in right now, I don't care about.
Well, the Asylum match, I mean...
That's the thing from TNA. What is it
Lethal
called?
Lockdown?
Lethal Lockdown, the Clockwork
Weapons.
Orange, the Ravens, whatever. That's, yeah, but,
Because
WWE
there's
has
a
it
mop,
now.
there's
A mop.
a fire extinguisher.
Was Mitch the Plant in it?
Yeah,
Oh.
or maybe it's Mitch Jr. since Mitch has died.
Oh, okay, so we just finished watching Survivor too. So Mark the Chicken or Mitch the Plant?
I thought you were going to say Survivor Series. I'm like, no, we didn't watch it.
No. Survivor. Mark the Chicken or Mitch the
Surprise
Plant?
entrant in the Royal Rumble next year will be Mark the Chicken.
Oh, please.
Hashtag Mark the Chicken. Make him trend.
Please make that trend. Mark the
If you
Chicken.
didn't watch Survivor, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh.
Mark the Chicken. Something else we were talking about in wrestling. Oh, we were just reading about the lengths that WWE has gone to make
Shape.
you believe,
Shape Roman Reigns' image the way they want it
make
to.
you believe that Reigns is not as bad as everybody knows he is
Mhm.
by muting the boos, taking away anti-Reigns signs out of the audience, and what was the other one?
Adding cheers.
Adding fake cheers to
Yeah.
his entrances.
Right. Although my favorite rain sign that I've seen is when it rains, it pours.
That was a good one.
Those are hilarious.
So Cena's coming back.
Yeah, and when he comes back, he's gonna get a title within.
Is that why AJ Styles could be turning heel?
No, because I think that they're gonna call up Finn Balor pretty soon, and take Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, and Styles, and actually make the Balor Club real. If you don't know, that's just a shirt that they have because Finn Balor started Bullet Club in Japan, and so that's that. A little information.
Yeah, but then that would make him kind of the de facto leader. Well, they're going to use his name. I don't think he's going to be the leader. It's still going to be AJ Styles. And either they're going to turn on AJ Styles, kick him out of the club,
Again,
or I'm telling you right now,
yeah.
heel AJ Styles against face John Cena. That's coming.
Yeah, that would be good.
So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of done with Cena. He's been off long enough, and I don't really care if he comes back or not. And it's like, I've read somewhere just recently that when he does come back, it might be the start of his retirement run.
Mm. What I would like when Cena comes back, for him to come back as a heel.
I'll be right back.
Okay. If you his music, how they kind of build it up instead of when he's gonna come out and wrestle, they play the real fast version, but the slow version where they build it up and Cena's coming out. I think that it needs to build up, and before it gets to that part, it cuts to basic thugonomics,
His old theme.
and he comes out as heel John Cena.
Do we still have our WWE CDs?
I don't know. We should.
See if
But-
I start listening to that again.
Yeah, but heel John Cena, please, come on. Let him run a
It's
heel
been-
for a while.
For his last run, he
Yeah.
runs as a heel
Well, I mean, how long has it been since he's been a heel?
like 10 years.
Yeah, so you
So,
know,
he's been there for 15, 16 years, and it was like his first couple of years that he was a heel
hmm
with his
Chain.
chain and padlock necklace and his D's nuts and all that other stuff
Yeah.
he used to do.
his jerseys, his hat, you know, him singing his rap music.
He used to talk bad about the whatever city they were in.
Yeah, that was good Cena, and you know, good in a bad
Heel
way.
Cena.
And then now we've got good Cena, which is bad Cena. So take that how you want.
What else do we have going on
I don't know.
in wrestling?
I have no idea. I haven't been watching TNA. I know that Jade is the women's champion, or at least that's the last I heard.
Oh, I know what I could tell you about that. Is I haven't watched it recently either, but from what I read, they aired because their episodes are taped like a month prior,
Mm-hmm.
and some people that have already left the company and joined other companies are just getting their episodes now. And fan favorite knockout extraordinaire, one of the original knockouts from day one, Velvet Sky, who is Bubba Ray's girlfriend. She's gone. She left the company. And they just showed that episode. It was a loser leaves the company match. Its storyline is that the leader of the knockouts is Maria Bennett, and former WWE diva Maria Bennett forced this match. I don't even know who she wrestled, but it was a loser leaves the company, and so she got rid of Velvet. And Bubba Ray, Bully Ray, Bubba, has said that he wanted a gimmick called Miss Dudleyville, which I think they did in ECW back in the day. They had some kind of like a beauty pageant winner type of character who was a valet, interference, and all that kind of stuff. And he's wanting a Miss Dudleyville again, and which totally would go against his total non-nostalgia act stance.
Yeah. To me, he just looks like pissed off that he's there.
Well, it's funny, he no more tables because we're not a nostalgia act, yet they went back to wearing the nerd glasses. I'm surprised he isn't stuttering when he talks.
Well, I'm glad that Big Cass is making fun of the stuttering gimmick. That's amazing. That is how when you were in a feud, that's how you make fun of somebody. Like, honestly, if I was in a feud with Dolph Ziggler, I'd be calling him Nicky the whole time. Just, Spirit Squad stuff.
Or you could even say when he was Kerwin White's caddy, he's the one that drove the golf cart and brought the golf clubs out for Chavo. I mean, Kerwin White.
Yeah,
If it's not white, it ain't right.
WWE's not racist.
Then that's when they changed it to if it's not Kerwin White, it's not right.
Yeah, I see. The Shining Stars, I'm already bored with them.
Well, they were Fernando and
No, it's Primo and Epico.
well, I know, but when they were the Los Matadores, Fernando and Miguel or
I
some
have no idea.
stupid stereotypical Hispanic names.
Yep, they just picked two at random and like, okay, go.
And
I'm bored with them already.
I can't tell if they're supposed to be heels or not. They come out with their smarmy mic skills about the arena and look at the island is the ring, it's their home, it's Puerto Rico. The Shining Stars name is stupid.
Yeah, and it's also the name of their finisher.
Yeah.
Could get one on that one, creative.
What is going on with the creative department? I think they're I don't know what's up with that, but they are not very creative.
Nope, they
need to
got
come up
rid
with
of
a-
Damien Sandow, who was
come up
like
with
the
a better
most
name.
over wrestler ever, and let's just get rid of him. But let's keep Roman Reigns, who no one likes
They can't wrestle.
and can't wrestle at all. Really, watch a Roman Reigns match. He cannot wrestle.
What's next after wrestling?
Well, my friend Rhina wanted, I asked her if she wanted me to talk about anything, and she did. So let's try this one. We live in California, which is in a drought right now, and that's all I deal with at work is drought. Anyways, she wanted to know my opinion is if should private pools, meaning people who own homes and have those pools, should they be drained during the drought, or should they just still be filled?
I'd say during the winter you could drain them because there's no need for them anyway.
Yeah, but
You wouldn't need to fill them until June,
possibly.
and then just have them from June to just for the summer.
Yeah,
You don't need a. I mean, well, if you have a heated pool, that's different. But I mean, you really don't need a
heated
pool. You really don't need a pool in the wintertime. I mean, if it's cool enough to have your pool heated, but usually it's going to be raining or something else.
Yeah,
Some
but
bad
you
weather.
go raining in a heated pool.
So-
Go raining in a heated pool. Go swimming in a heated pool. There we go.
In the rain.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody's going to do that. 'Cause well, you would, but I mean, people will get sick by and large.
Yeah,
the general
normal
population.
people.
There you go. Which you ain't.
Nope.
So I'd say drain them during the winter
Winter,
months
yeah.
and just have them filled during the summer.
Yeah. Well, we're going to focus specifically on the drought. I didn't look up numbers because I'm lazy, so I don't know X amount of gallons and all that crap. But I know that all that pool water is full of chemicals such as chlorine and other stuff. So, what would be the point of draining all that water, chemical-filled water, unless it's going to get clean somehow?
Well, pool has a drain. It's not going to go like into the grass.
Well, I didn't say that, but I'm saying if it's going to like contribute to the overall water of California, it's got all those chemicals in it.
It doesn't come that way. You add it.
I know. Never mind. Forget it.
If you don't put the water in the pool, it
Mhm.
doesn't get chemically treated. So
Right.
you're saving water by not putting the water in the pool.
Okay, so now what I'm talking about is all that drain. If we were to drain the pools now, what would happen to that water?
It's wastewater. It goes to a chemical treatment plant and gets cleaned.
Okay, and then put back into the system.
Yes.
So I'm sure if I knew like numbers and stuff, which I didn't look up again because I'm lazy, it could help, but I don't know.
It wouldn't hurt. How's that? It may or may not help, but it wouldn't hurt
Mm-hmm.
because that's water that's not being used.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But and then the drought, but that could be during the summer too. And then you're gonna be one of those people that have a pool and you drained it, and you're like, oh wow, it's really hot. I want to go out. Oh, I can't
Well,
go
as you
swimming
said,
anymore.
Use them in the summer. Don't
Yeah.
use them in the
Well,
winter.
but the drought it's been going on since winter.
Right.
So
But you're saving water during the time that you're not using it. You're only using it a limited amount of time because it's only 3 months of summer.
yeah,
You've got water saved up, so you can use it during the summer.
I don't know. I think the drought's manufactured. Government controls the weather. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, George Bush caused Hurricane Sandy.
I thought it was Katrina.
Yeah, that one too.
By the way, that was a joke.
Actually, it was the Weather Wizard in the Avengers movie, and it was played by Sean Connery.
Hmm.
And not the Avengers, Marvel, the real Avengers, Emma Peel and Jonathan Steed.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
1960s TV show.
No, well, I wasn't born. Yeah,
I
haven't
was.
watched it. Yeah, I know.
1960s TV show, British spies and British CIA or MI5, 6, whatever they're called over there. Jonathan Steed and Emma Peel, they were
Mhm.
they were called the Avengers.
Interesting.
They made a big screen reboot movie in 2004 or somewhere around there, 6, and the Weather Wizard was Sean Connery.
Okay.
Controlled the weather.
Well, thank you, Rhina, for the pool topic about the drought. Don't know if that resolved anything, but there you go. So if you remember a couple weeks ago, I talked about my picks for a Ghost Rider reboot. And now rumors have surfaced that there could be, along with Blade and Moon Knight,
Ghost Rider series on Netflix.
thank you. Which would be epic, especially if they.
Okay, that was a commented idea, right?
What?
What you're gonna say next?
No, I believe Screen Rant wrote this, and if they didn't, I don't remember who. someone, I believe it was Screen Rant, but I could be wrong, said that you could have a Sons of Anarchy type Ghost Rider show, which would be epic.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Write the checks. That's good. That's good stuff right there.
And especially if they use Charlie Hunnam, which was one of my
Picks for Ghost Rider.
picks. Yeah. So I mean, Sons of Anarchy, Jax Teller, just make him Johnny Blaze, and good. And you know the funny thing about those characters that I picked is they're all about the right height to play Ghost Rider. Blaze is actually shorter, but when he becomes the Rider, he's like 6'2", I think. I'm gonna say 6'2", and all those guys are like 6'1", 6'2", 6 foot. So there you go.
Yeah, a Sons of Anarchy stylized Ghost Rider series. That's money in the bank right there. I don't know if Kurt Sutter would write it. That might even do it in World of Good too. The other Netflix series talking are Moon Knight
and Blade.
And Blade. What is his name?
Which one?
The guy that played Blade.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes is rumored to be in talks with Marvel about making the series. I wonder now if he would pass it on to a younger actor, or would he continue to be Blade?
How big is his ego?
Because he's almost 60, I think.
How big is his ego?
Big enough, he would say. You know.
I mean, if you want to look at someone who has a big ego, watch, or you don't even have to watch all of it, but it's Batman Forever, I think, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or no, which one is that?
Forever is Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face.
Okay, so which
one?
I
thought that's what you were going to say.
No.
Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. So what I'm talking about there is George Clooney was playing Batman. So he's main character, right? He's the star. He gets second billing to Arnold Schwarzenegger, who played the villain.
So you think that's Arnie's ego?
I bet that's an ego thing.
It could have been just the studio wanting to have his name so that people will go watch this mess.
I mean, I still watched it, but I mean, I think that's an ego thing.
I think it was a studio. Studio Schwarzenegger's name over Clooney.
Yeah, could you imagine going to see The Dark Knight? Yeah, no, The Dark Knight, and it said Heath Ledger and then Christian Bale. You would be confused. It's like, why is the Joker above Batman? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, and see, in that one,
yeah,
the billing there, I don't know, because Heath Ledger was arguably bigger than Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Because he was the gay cowboy guy, right?
Yeah, that was actually a good Heath Slater film where he's a star.
Heath Slater.
Nailed it.
Heath Ledger?
I'm a little off today.
Off all day, every day.
Heath Ledger film is A Knight's Tale.
That's a good one.
That is a really good movie. I saw it once like 2012, so 4 years ago. I saw it once, thought it was really, really good. Haven't watched it again. I don't know why, but it was a good film. I would check it out.
We want to talk about the epic rap battle.
No.
Deadpool versus...
Oh, that one. Sure. Deadpool versus Boba Fett. That was a good... we're big fans of epic rap battles of history. It's hilarious to watch sometimes.
Depending on which rap battle you get. The Gordon Ramsay against Julia Child.
No.
It was alright.
No. Just no.
But Deadpool, Boba Fett, surprisingly, to my opinion, Boba Fett won.
Yeah, that was pretty good. One of my personal favorites is Rick Grimes versus Walter White.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was good.
On the ones that we just watched too, the other one is Stan Lee versus...
is the voice of Kermit.
Stan Lee versus Jim Henson. Jim Henson's line where he just destroyed Stan Lee was, he signed your name on all of Jack Kirby's work. That was funny. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But then they got owned by Walt Disney in the end.
So,
literally.
Yeah, literally. There you go.
They were PWNED and owned at the same time.
There you
That
go.
was a good one. And then, Ghostbusters versus the Mythbusters. Mythbusters had it
Why do I even watch this stuff?
until that whatever dude he was supposed to be
Yeah.
on Mythbusters didn't have a run. They had it in
Yeah.
hand.
No, going back to the Rick Grimes versus Walter White. Rick Grimes was killing it in the rap, and then
Walter White got it.
yeah, Walter White's closing line was, "No one saw Shane coming except for your wife." That won the whole battle right there.
Killed him.
If
Killed him
you
and buried him.
if you don't understand, watch the first season
Two
of
guys walking to the bar. I shot him.
watch the
Cool.
first season of Walking Dead, and I believe it's like it's like in the second episode that Shane. It's shown that Shane is sleeping with Lori, which is Rick's wife. Whoa, spoiler.
Hey, and now he's.
And now he's
Daredevil.
now he's Punisher,
Now he's
which
Punisher.
pointed that out.
What if he's gonna get his own show?
He is. It's there. He's already so popular that they're already making a spin-off of Punisher.
Nice.
Amazing.
So Marvel's got a lot of shows out,
Yeah.
which would help them because they canceled Agent Carter after 2 seasons,
Lame.
which I like that show. And it was only 8 episodes. I'd rather see a whole season,
Mhm.
a full season. But it was that 8 weeks where S.H.I.E.L.D. was on its winter hiatus. And I thought the British just have this thing. Their banter and their comedy is so low-key
Low key.
but funny.
Ah,
Yeah. But, I mean, they're totally hilarious. Jarvis and Agent Carter
Mhm.
were just totally great together. They had the big, goofy comic book plots. That last one where the Black Matter, which was brought in Avengers, Captain America?
What are you talking about?
The Black Matter.
Oh, the stuff that turned out to be an Infinity Stone.
Yes.
I don't remember what it's called.
Well, I don't know what it was called. What movie did it come out in?
Oh, it was
it was
Thor
brought
2.
out in Thor 2.
Yeah.
And then, so it's brought into Marvel lore, and it goes back to being around back in the 50s.
So it's
Or
funny
40s.
that you.
Also, they canceled, or no, well, okay, so Agent Carter got canceled, but they haven't said whether or not Marvel's Most Wanted is a done deal and being picked up. So they may not have any show to put in between or to put during the winter hiatus. Marvel's Most Wanted is supposed to be about, what is his name?
It's Hunter and Bobby.
Yeah, Hunter and Bobby after they left S.H.I.E.L.D. and they go on a run with some guy named Dominic Fortune.
Hmm.
So,
Maybe they're sinking power
I don't know.
or money. I don't know.
Yeah, they wouldn't do that.
Well, they're with a guy named Fortune.
True, but they wouldn't. So we don't know what Marvel has going on there.
Money. That's what's going on. People are throwing their wallets at the screen, hoping that their credit card and cash will just into their bank account of Marvel.
They're not hoping that's what it's doing.
That's true. I mean,
So yeah, but I'm terribly disappointed in losing Agent Carter. It started out as a great idea from that one little one-shot
mhm,
short film that was on Iron Man 3 or 2,
2 or 3.
wherever it came from. Awesome, great idea that fleshed out into just an incredible show. I didn't know this either. Of course, I don't know everything Marvel and all that, but I did not know that there is a short film about the Mandarin.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I actually just recently learned about it myself. But
Quit throwing things at your computer now. We didn't know.
yeah, because apparently, like, a lot of people were pissed off that
At Trevor Slayton.
yeah, for it being a joke that
was the Mandarin.
that Aldrich Killian was the real Mandarin, and that so people got like pissed off. So they made that short film showing that he might actually, like, I don't know.
The real Mandarin exists. Well, the thing is too is what they alluded to is that he did exist because Trevor Slayton they performed plastic surgery on him. So who did they make him look like? the real Mandarin.
Mm-hmm. So I don't
And
know.
Kingsley, awesome performance.
We might have to watch that short film.
when Iron Man was threatening him with a gun, he just like falls asleep.
By the way, if you're like me and you watch a lot of cinema sins, which I do, you'll start to notice things in films without them pointing it out, such as
I've been doing that since I was a teenager, dude.
yeah, well, shut up.
You don't need a TV show or a web show to make your brain work.
Yeah, I do.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a jump start.
So
Jumper cables.
in Iron Man 3, in fact, in that scene where Rhodes and Stark are Rhodes just met the Mandarin and they're talking back and forth. Tony has a cut under his eye, and it's like it's not really bleeding, it's just stopped, but there's a blood trail down his face, and then the camera angle changes to be the Mandarin's POV, and Tony turns his head and the cut's on the other side of the face, and then later on it's back on the other side.
Well, what's your other favorite one to point out?
Which one?
Killian with the gun.
Oh yeah. So if you watch, Tony is tied up in like the basement area, and he's
tied to the bed frame.
yeah, he's waiting. Which, by the way, if you see that like without any context, that's like some really kinky stuff. It looks like. Anyways, he's waiting.
Tell me.
He's
You did not just say
waiting.
that.
Oh, I did. So he's waiting for his suit, and Killian comes down and he's trying to get Tony to come over to his side and everything, and he doesn't have a gun on his person. It doesn't look like.
Well, you don't see him holding a gun.
Yeah,
It could be in his waist.
It doesn't look like that. And then he pulls it out, shoots the girl, and then he just walks away and the gun is gone again. By the way, credit goes to to CinemaSins for that one. But
I still say, okay, he's talking with his hands, and then he goes like this, and then shoots the scientist chick in the head or whatever. But
Go ahead.
like I said, it's here, and then all of a sudden, boom, he has it. Hey, he had time to go into under his jacket and get it and pull the gun out.
Possibly.
After that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like it.
Some of the stuff that Cinema Sins and these other websites or web shows, whatever, that point these things out are really too
Nitpicking?
I mean, come on.
Sometimes.
No, almost all the time.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the ones that Jeremy does, sometimes they're joke sins and they're not, they're not real things. Like one thing he pointed out, I have no idea what movie it was from, but on the way in the background on a mirror, it said soy steak, and he sinned that, and rightly should, because who's gonna eat a soy steak?
Steak with soy sauce?
No, SOY. Or soy, no. Oh, God, now I can't remember what it is. Like a tofu type thing.
Yeah, steak with soy sauce.
We still gotta try Nutella on a Big Mac.
No. You don't even eat a Big Mac anyway. You don't eat a Big Mac. You don't even get any of the stuff on it.
That's true.
All you eat is a hamburger.
It's just a burger and you put, yeah. So just go get some sort of burger and put Nutella on it. Just like on the bun. Just give it a quick spread over and try it. Let me know, because I might do it myself.
1893 Pepsi. Tried it. It's kind of like a root beery.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I don't mind getting them just to have something different.
Yeah, not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of Pepsi either.
Mountain Dew Black.
Not a big fan. I don't.
Was it black? Is that what it's called?
Black Label?
Yeah, Black Label Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I don't like it. I like other.
You tried it. You're the one that loved it.
No, you're the one that loved it. I just drank it.
Oh, I know what you loved.
The Baja.
No, the watermelon.
The watermelon amp.
Yeah.
That is pretty darn good. That's like legit watermelon taste.
It's like you were expecting to spit out seeds when you take a drink of that. We gotta go buy some after we're done with this podcast.
You darn right we should.
We might cut the podcast short.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See ya. No.
We're running out of things to say.
Yeah, I know.
Again, third week in a row, or
Weird.
third podcast. Forgot to plot out.
Basically, what I'm trying to avoid as much as possible, which is getting harder and harder to do,
Scripting.
is scripting these videos and scripting, having a list. Hey, let's talk about this. Okay, we covered that topic. I'm trying to avoid that.
Which one of the things I wanted to, that I was going to write down that I wanted to was television advertising gone wrong.
Oh, you reminded me of a stupid. There's something that doesn't make any sense. So I'll let you say what you want to, and then I'll.
Television advertising gone wrong. How'd you like to been the guy at the advertisers marketing meeting for Activa yogurt? It's like, okay, we got to come up with this pitch to make people eat yogurt, which is spoiled milk anyway. Blah. But okay, we gotta come up with a new way to get people to eat yogurt. Okay, let's bring a case in. Hey, everybody try it. Okay, everybody eat it. 30 minutes later, what's your impression? I gotta go to the bathroom. And then one by one, everybody in that meeting had to go. So, hey, we could use that. Activity gives you diarrhea.
But not in those words.
No,
Just
we'll just change it. We'll say,
Make it fancy.
what did they say? Helps you stay regular,
Yeah.
which means gives you a regular every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But what an ad campaign that they have going
Mhm.
that it helps you crap.
So
So eat this yogurt.
So this morning when I got back from the gym, I was having my breakfast and I was watching. I Almost Got Away with It.
Jim who?
No, shut up. I was watching. I Almost Got Away with It.
What's that?
It's like a mini documentary that goes weekly. It changes people, but it's ex-fugitives like talking, giving their story, and then they give like a recreation of it. So the one I was watching today, oh crap, I don't remember the guy's name, but he was like he would sell and produce meth, and he was addicted to it and everything, and he got his meth lab like blew up, and he and him and his,
Like every mess lab.
except for Walter White's. But anyway, so he's and then him and his partner like get into an argument about like owed money and everything, and they get into a fight, and he accidentally kills him. I think he like snaps his neck somehow, and so like he.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Well, they were trading blows, and then they kind of like locked up, and then pushed. I think he like pushed him over, and he rolled and broke his neck, something like that. And so he was like spun out on meth, and he dug like a real shallow grave, covered it with dirt, and then he went to his sister's house, and she's
Wait. He dug a grave and then covered it back up. He
Oh,
didn't throw the guy in it.
Yeah, he did throw the guy in it, and then he covered it up real quick. Then he went to his sister's house, still like completely spun out, and she gave him like alcohol, and then he confessed to the crime, and his sister turned him in, and he was in jail. Thanks.
She turned him in to get the money to buy meth, to buy more meth.
That's probably the subplot, but they left that out. So
She did.
dude turned him in, and then he was in jail for like 6 months, and on October 31st he made his escape, and then he was kind of on the run, and then like at the end he gets captured because it's I almost got away with it. It's not I got away with it.
Did we talk about on the first podcast about the guy that was suing himself or suing?
No, but I'll get to that. So what I was trying to get at is while I was watching that, they were airing these commercials for a new show called Hate in America, which is like about racism and all this. But one of the things that they were talking about was, and this is word for word, kind of paraphrasing a little bit.
Well, then it's not working.
I know. Well, most of it is. They said a lone wolf can now take actions on their own. Or no, the modern lone wolf can take actions on their own. But isn't that what a lone wolf does anyway? It doesn't matter if they're modern or they're, back in the day. If they're a lone wolf, they take actions on their
it's
own.
Baron Corbin?
No, he's not. I hope he's not a racist.
No, but he's a lone wolf.
That's true. Yeah, so that makes no sense to me. Oh no, my favorite
What
one.
was the other one we were just watching? I don't know. There's one that
No.
there's some that just irritate the crap out of me.
No, you want to talk about irritating. This is it's some cleaning product that they use to like help get off grease and stuff. And the actual words from the commercial is that it makes water wetter. Those are the
that's
direct
for
quote.
that Oxy Clean Booster stuff, whatever.
Yeah, direct quote. It makes water wetter. I want to put a gun in my mouth every time I hear that. Who comes up with this? Oh, it makes water wetter. Yes, sell it, make money.
Yeah, there's some other stuff where I totally we'll have to make a list next time.
I know that I try to avoid it. We're gonna have to
We'll have
separate
like
this
top
stuff.
5 worst TV commercials.
Top 5 best TV commercials. Sonic is in the running for number 1. The Sonic commercials.
TJ and Pete, whoever those guys are, the comedians.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a hot dog in here.
Yeah, those are in the running.
Those are my favorite. There was a Facebook meme with their picture. Does anybody else hate these guys as much as I do? And I'm like, hell no. More commercials.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. I hope that they keep those guys around for a while.
I know we talked about how we missed the Vikings for. Why? We'll take our first call.
Yeah, who be you, or which do be you be?
Yeah, I'd be Big Daddy O. Yes.
5115420. Call from.
I have no idea. Who that
Where's that from? Who's calling us? How'd you get my number? First off,
Nobody.
I guess I didn't want to talk to you either. So what we were gonna get to?
We missed the Vikings for Capital One.
Yeah, but we were gonna talk about something else.
I don't know. We were talking about commercials.
I know, but
Best and worst.
it was commercials. We were.
Another one of my favorites of all time. They don't do it anymore. Was the for Domino's with the clown.
Oh no, Little Caesars.
Oh, Little Caesars.
Yeah, the hot. Yeah, because it was the hot and ready. That's a
clown.
funny one. No, we were going to talk about one that we don't like because you talked about activity and then I went on my two. But you were going to talk about something. I don't remember what it is
I
now.
don't need it.
No? Well,
Yeah, some bad commercials. Well, like I said, we'll make a list. Next time we'll be prepared.
yeah,
We really need to prepare this show a little bit better.
we don't like to. But oh well.
But otherwise, you get 40 odd minutes of us rambling.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody watches this anyways. The last one got 3 views.
I thought we had one that had 8.
Well, that's actually the first one's up to
But
12
then-
now.
One's me, one's you,
2 were me because I accidentally clicked on it.
and then one's your sister.
One's my sister, and then so who were you?
Hi, Jesse. Love
Whoops.
you. Hi, Elena. Love you.
Yeah.
What's her husband's name? Jason.
Yes. I hope.
Okay.
I think it. Yeah, it's Jason. Where's my dice? You know what I'm talking about. Well, no, I understand. You're all in the middle of a move, but my dice.
Well, how long does it take to move?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they had to wait for everything to get
They
cleared.
Cross the English Channel. Take one step, come up for air. Take another step, come up for air. Gilligan's Island reference for all you old people.
Yeah, well, it would be weird if there's like an 80-year-old dude watching this.
Could be me.
Oh, speaking of 80-year-old dudes, when I was at the gym, there was a dude, pretty old, he was working out, cranking out the abs. I was like, dang, dude, you make me feel bad. But, yeah. Or how about Nate from the DMV? Or Nick?
Nick, I went to the day that Eric took his, and passed, his written test at the DMV. I also had to renew my license, and then there was an older gentleman there, Nick. Oh man, I can't remember his name. It was an Italian name, and he lives in Ceres, but he was 82, and he was there to retake his test.
Yeah.
He already had a license that was good until his birthday in August, but he wanted to renew his license ahead of time to avoid the hassle.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude was pretty legit. He was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to talk about that for a second.
About old people driving.
Driving in general. everybody learns the same rules, at least in California, right? Everybody learns, and you have to read the California DMV handbook. Why is it that nobody can freaking drive?
Because after you read that book, you're so nervous and you're scared, you forget it all anyway.
No, but I mean, like, there's people who are,
Stupid.
yeah. Well, I mean, without them, there'd be no entertainment in this world.
There'd also be no need for insurance.
That too.
So
But
the
I mean,
insurance, so it's the insurance company
cranking out
keep-
stupid people.
keeping stupid people on the road.
Because, I mean, we all learn the same rules. Like, I'm still learning to drive, and not that I blew through the stop sign, but I did what's referred to as a California roll, which is where you slow down but you don't completely stop and you just keep going.
But that was just accidental.
Yeah.
You were nervous.
That was accidental. I don't like taking turns. It freaks me out.
But you can't drive straight your entire life.
Yeah, I wish. And that was an accident, and I'm 19. Okay,
And there
but
was nobody around us.
yeah, but for someone to be 45 and do that, there's no excuse.
Well, the fact that he's in California and he's doing a California roll,
Yeah, that too. So,
which is illegal.
hmm
So we're not advocating illegal activities.
No, please don't. Learn to drive.
Learn to drive. Well, learn to drive, learn to spell, learn to speak, learn to make change, learn to flip a freaking burger and dress it the proper way.
I know.
What happened at Burger King?
Well, I think that may have been my fault.
No, they're just too literal.
Yeah.
Because then again, they're stupid.
Right.
They're not giving them $15 an hour.
So I went to Burger King and I got a double bacon cheeseburger, which comes with tomato.
Wasn't it called was it a Western or a cowboy or a rodeo?
No, I think it was just the double bacon. Anyways, it comes with patties, bacon, cheese,
barbecue sauce.
barbecue sauce,
Barbecue sauce.
tomato, and I think mayo
Or lettuce.
and lettuce. And I don't mind lettuce, but I don't like tomatoes or mayo. So I said plain. I got two buns and 2 patties. That was it. I was like,
And that happened at Jack in the Box too, remember?
yeah. So.
So I learned the hard way. So I went from saying plain to saying no veggies and no sauce.
Yeah. Well, but I love barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. Yeah, but I'm talking about like their
Yeah, king sauce.
see, yeah, Burger King calls it king sauce, McDonald's calls it secret
Nice.
sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other places call it, but it's just their let's take some ketchup and mayo and mix it together.
Yeah. Well, I think we're running.
That was drama.
Yeah, I think we're running out of time. So, final thoughts to wrap up.
I don't rap.
Yeah, I'm not Eminem here, so
Or WW.
WW.
Eminem upside down. Yeah, that's it. We're done. We've got nothing.
Subscribe to become part of the Wolfpack today.
Delete.